Okay, so I know I said I wouldn't make another video this week, but I'm up early again. Not drinking coffee this time, I'm actually drinking iced tea. Actually, funny story, I went to go to the vending machine to get a Coke, and you know how they have it's Coke machine, so there's 2 Cokes and they got other stuff. So I pressed one, sold out. Pressed the other one, sold out also. So I'm like, okay, what do I want next? So I tried root beer, sold out. Sprite, sold out. Iced tea, sold out. And I was like, good lord. I'm like, Diet Coke. That was the last thing I wanted. I hate Diet Coke. So then there was Coke Zero. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what this is. So I press it. I got a Coke anyway. It's kind of weird how that happened. So topic number 1, frustration. Okay, I'm fed up with men. Okay, I don't want to say just men. I'm friends with tons of guys. You're not the problem. Relationship-wise, I'm fed up completely. My current situation is kind of dumb, I think. You meet someone, you think they're cool, you have great conversation, whatever else, and then you find out that you argue a lot, not, oh, I hate you or anything, just regular arguments, and then they get under your skin, and you're like, my god, and then after a while you're like, I can't stop thinking about them, and then you start to like them, and I hated that I liked this person because, we hung out in person and stuff, and came over for Thanksgiving, and it was his friend was nicer to me than he was when he was over, and that really frustrated me, and I vocalized to that to him, and then he goes and tells me that his friend liked me, which was okay, why are you telling me this, right? But especially without his friend's consent or whatever else. Apparently his friend said it was okay. So I'm thinking, well, sorry, this guy's not really gonna get anything from me. If he wants to contact me, he can. You seem like a nice guy. But I mean, I'm not gonna do it, oh, I like him too, through you. I barely know him. I never thought I'd see him again, you know? And then proceeds to tell me that he's interested in me. And then I'm like, why did you just tell me your friend liked me, and then you're telling me you like me? And this is over MSN, which I was like, this is very immature. So turns out then he tells me, oh, but my friend, he liked all your roommates too. What kind of crazy screwed up people are you? I was like, okay, so then you feel the same way? And then he's like, oh, no, I'm just interested. And then I was like, well, we argue all the time, and you get frustrated with me so much. I'm like, why do you even like me? I sound like a valley girl. Anyway, but he says, oh, well, I just like you and that's it. And I'm like, well, how am I gonna think? He's such a robot. It's how am I gonna believe that you're saying that and that you mean it if you're such a robot with saying it, or you can't even back it up? It's not like I'm fishing for compliments. I just didn't understand why. I thought I really pissed him off. I thought at least we're trying to be friends, and then all of a sudden it was my MSN thing came up. It's I'm leaving, and then he's like, oh, well, that's good. I shouldn't be using MSN either, and all this stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Well, this time he has my phone number because he came over and all that other stuff. And I never asked for his because I don't want to impose and make people feel subjected to give that to me. It's if you want to give me your phone number, you give it to me, you know? I'm not going to ask you for it. So I didn't have his phone number. And then I get off the MSN thing, and the last while when I was on MSN, he didn't really talk to me that much. So whatever, I said, if you want to call me, that's my number, you got it, everything. So feel free to give me a call if you want to talk or whatever. And it's been 2.5 weeks now, and I know my cell phone's dead, but I haven't heard anything. And it kind of really pissed me off, because it's why tell someone those things and then not do anything and just bugger off? Makes me feel like crap, because it's I let myself get into this, and then it's no, I don't want to, and I try to stop myself from getting interested, and then I do, and then all of a sudden it's see you later, and don't even say goodbye, and don't give a shit. By the way, that's rare. rarely swear. So I'm just kind of tired because I've had tons of relationships, well, not relationships, like almost relationships where guys are like, yeah, I like you, or I'm interested in you, and nothing happens. What the hell is with that? Why say something that you don't mean? If you don't like me, don't say you do, because I could care less. Seriously, if you don't like me, that's a favor to me, because then I know, and if you tell me that, it's like, if I do like you, I can get over you, I can be like, whatever, this isn't gonna work, so I'm not gonna invest my time in it, you know? You're just wasting both our times and causing me trouble, and it really sucks because I just don't want to go through that crap anymore. And yeah, I'm just tired of that. It's like, I just wish some guy would just come up and be like, hey, I like you, do you want to date, or whatever else. Not, hey, I like you, ... ellipsis at the end. Like, I mean, grow up and don't think that it's like, oh, I'm protecting her feelings, it's gonna hurt her, oh, blah blah blah, I care about you too much to hurt you. Oof. Come on, it's worse if I hear about it like way down the road and like you a lot, and then it's like, and I don't even hear it from you, and then that hurts. Not you telling me, that's doing me a favor and all the other people that this has happened to. Second point of business, art is the topic, because Corey mentioned in a comment that he was talking about how he's doing art and is not really pleased with how it looks. For all you out there, I know there's like tons of people that are like, I can't believe you do that, I could never do that, or I suck. That is a bunch of bull. Okay, I think anyone is capable of doing art or anything in that matter, as long as you put your mind to it and you put time into it. Like, I mean, you're not gonna be Leonardo da Vinci overnight, or anyone else that's an artist for that matter. It takes time, and I think that's the hardest thing to get over, and I think it's harder than any skill you could ever learn. It's such a challenge, and I think people don't realize that. I mean, I started off just like anybody else, little kid drawing really funny looking people with huge hands and weird heads and hair that didn't connect to the right places. I mean, we all grow into what we do, right? So you grow into it, and it's just your choice if you want to invest your time in it or not. Same thing with music or whatever else. I feel the only teacher you need is yourself. If you know basic principles all to you and you have the time and determination to do it, you can do it. I mean, it's something that you just gotta be able to push yourself enough. For me, I'm a person that if I really want to do something, I will sit down and do it over and over and over and over again until I get it right. Not necessarily in one sitting, mind you, but I have tended to sometimes. So I guess that's to all you people out there. If you think, wow, I actually would want to do that, but you think you can't, try it. Seriously, try it, and don't feel discouraged. I mean, it only shows you have potential if you screw up. Because if you could do something perfect when you first did it, it's just, you lose all the enjoyment of it and what art is. A lot of it is in the process. I think the final product only shows a glimpse of what art actually is to you and to who's viewing it, to everybody. Anyway, this is gonna be so long, so I'm gonna be quiet now, so have a great week or weekend to everybody, and thanks for commenting and watching and rating and all that great stuff. And I promise I'll get your stuff done and mailed out to you in the next while. Just let me get my stuff done. Yeah, so take care, and later, Gators.